Lee
Mhm.
United has been known to be a dirty team against Chelsea for decades and decades before you were
Yeah,
born.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I see a
No,
little
that's right.
frustration and all of that. But go ahead, bro. I don't mean to. I just had to just say that because I'm still
No, no,
frustrated
I
now. We're
agree.
talking about it. Man, I thought I got over it.
I agree with you. No, I agree with
You
you.
know,
We definitely think, I think that Joao Pedro in the lap 10 and 9, I don't think that works, like you said, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely would have liked to see Neto start. I feel like he's been having a great season. You know what I'm saying? He had a great game as well. And to put in, Gittins, I'm not too mad about the decision, but I feel at the moment he's not red hot. Let's ride with the players that are performing for us. And if you do want to rest them, okay, put in our best 11. Let us go out there in the first half, and post ourselves. They're going to be physical. Let us be physical back. And if you have to make your changes, do it, in the 50th, maybe the 60th minute. You giving those players enough time to solidify ourselves into the game, get ourselves into the game, find some kind of rhythm where we can actually do something before you start making the tactical changes that you feel are going to be needed to either, park the bus or either go forward or whatever is going to be needed for us to walk away with the 3 points. Especially away, like you said, it's always been a rivalry with these two teams. They don't like because I saw the stadium, I saw the way the fans. That place was almost a maximum capacity. They played great. They came to win. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the tactics were, in my opinion, I blame some other players, but I also feel the tactics and the players that they were picked, he wasn't thinking about who he was playing against. I feel like you can't show up against Barcelona and Arsenal and do what you do and then just come here midweek. And I understand it's away. I know it's a midweek game, but it's like I don't know, man. I don't understand it sometimes. You can't ride that super high and then just all of a sudden just nosedive out of nowhere like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a tough loss to
just
take.
when you thought that, just when we thought that we're taking 2 steps ahead, now we're taking 1 step ahead. Now we're taking 2 steps back. Now let's break
Mhm.
down the game a little bit. Let the frustration just calm down for a minute because we got questions that the fans want to know and a few questions that people ask me that they want to really know, especially from you being a Chelsea expert here on Bala Sport. No, yeah, you know what I mean? Now, let's talk about Lee United for a minute. We gotta get credit where credit is due. As much as
Yeah.
we are Chelsea buyers, we are, sometimes we could be. But Lee come out flying high. They scored the first goal in 6 minutes, and that was a giver, bro. There's no way you telling me that guy had that free header, and that was a perfect header. You gotta give it to him. I can't even pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Hiking, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
It sounds like some
Bajok or
Ukrainian
something
or
like that.
Russian name. I'm not, but
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah, right. So that's come from a set piece from the corner. He was physical. Chelsea cannot even deal with the intensity of Lee United. We all know Lee United versus Chelsea, like you mentioned, is intense. And right before halftime, I said this guy have few opportunities that he's taking shot outside the box, and we give up the second goal. I know, I know for fact if Moses Casado was in this game,
Yes.
I know for fact. Now we're getting to see. We already missed Moses Casado because he's the one that bring the intensity and aggressiveness in Chelsea's midfield. While Reece James in the bench getting rest. No doubt about that. I applaud Enzo Marasca for how he's managing Reece James throughout the history, how Reece James' history with the health.
Mhm.
But with a question that I got for you now, bro, man, is this loss on Marasca or the players?
I think I lean towards I put some blame on the players, obviously because the gaffer can only do so much. You give them the tactics and they have to go out there and kind of play the vision that you giving them. But most of the blame I'll pull it on Maresca because at the end of the day he's the one that's going to pick the players. They're going to go out into the field. The players don't pick themselves, so I put blame on him. Because it's like you need to do a better picking. You know who you are going against, and you're putting in players in the back and in a defensive position where they haven't played in a while. They haven't been performing well. Chalaba and Fofana had a fantastic game in that 10 against Arsenal. Give them the opportunity. They gelling right now. They had a great game. Let that chemistry maybe build. Put them back in there again. And then you can throw Mark in there. Then you can throw freaking Malo Gusto in the left and the right. You know what I'm saying? I would have went with Reece James and Enzo in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to do that, I would have done Audrey Santos in the second half, and you take Reece James off. You know what I'm saying? I would have started Cole Palmer. He's ready to go. Put him in the number 10. Now put Joao Pedro in the front. Give me Esteban and Neto in the left and the right. This is what we're known for right now. We have supposed to have our best 11. Put the best 11 going forward. So, in my opinion, this is Maresca's fault. Also made some horrible mistakes. Individual mistakes happen in the game. But at the end of the day, the manager has to take responsibility for this one because he's the one that picked the players and put them out there in that position.